I had Dennis smell this one too. He didn't like it. I'll probably insert some clips of him sniffing these. Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be part 3 of my fall perfume series, and these are perfumes that I am looking forward to revisiting and testing out. These are perfumes that are newer to my collection, so they don't quite make it to my top for the year, but these are perfumes that, because they are newer to my collection, I'm looking forward to testing them out and seeing if they're going to stay or if they are going to go, because I haven't formed an opinion on them yet. Well, some I have, but we have quite a few to go over. But before we go over those, I wanted to go ahead and shout out my boo Maria for doing her thing. Maria was so kind and she sent out the Rebecca layered necklace to me, and since then I've picked up 3 other pieces from her, including these earrings and this ring. So with the holidays coming around, I did want to go ahead and start shouting out my favorite jewelry companies, Maria being one of them. Her jewelry line is amazing. She tested them all out before launching her line. She would take them to the pool, take them in the shower, test them out in water, and she was very particular with the pieces that she added into her collection. When she did a video with these earrings, I knew I had to have them. These are the Ashley crisscross hoop, so I'll have them linked down below, because if you're thinking of the holidays and already starting to do some Christmas shopping, I know I am. I start early. As soon as I start seeing sales, I jump right on it and try to get done early so I'm not overwhelmed in December. I start October and November. So go ahead and follow her on Instagram so you can snag some pieces up for Christmas gifts. So just wanted to give her a quick shout out, but let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so I'm gonna try and go from like my lighter scents to my more deeper scents. And you guys, I am losing my voice, so by the time this video is over, it's going to probably be gone. So first up, a perfume that, I mean, a lot of these are already loves. I'll go over that, but this was definitely a love at first sniff. This is Clean Reserve, and this is part of their Avant Garden collection, and this is White Fig and Bourbon. And this scent is a boozy floral scent. Yeah, because we have quite a few to go over, I'm not going to go over any notes, but I know that there is dried fruit in this one. Like, I know that there's, I think it's bourbon vetiver, and I don't know if that's where the booziness is coming from. For me, it's from the dried fruit. Yeah, this is just boozy, warm, spicy. It's got a fruitiness to it. Got like a woodsy dry down. I would say this is a unisex fragrance, very unisex and perfect for fall, especially warmer climate, because it's not cloying or overpowering. Then next we have Ariana Grande's Cloud Intense. This one I want to revisit because it's new in my collection. What does it smell like?
White cherry.
White cherry. Do those even exist?
No, but it's not bad.
I see this one staying in my collection. This is just a muskier, slightly woodier version of the original. They are very, very similar. This is a perfume that if you put it on and test it out in a store, you're gonna be like, this smells like Cloud, because it really does. Again, it's just a little bit more musky, and it's got a little bit more of a woody base. And because I don't get a musky and woody base in the original Cloud just comes off a little sweeter to me and airy and fluffy. So another scent that I am looking forward to wearing is Oriana by Parfums de Mali. We're gonna spray this one here because we're not gonna waste sprays. This is a perfume that I had said in my first impressions that it wasn't a love, but I feel like it's going to be a strong like that's gonna turn into a love. And I still feel that way, because every time I wear this, I just enjoy it more and more.
I feel like it's hard to smell, but it smells good. It's not like, you know, it's passable.
There's marshmallow in here. Would you?
Maybe marshmallow.
So this is the perfume that I wore out there that you weren't too impressed with?
It smells good on paper.
It does smell really good on paper. I'm also wondering if I oversprayed it. So I want to play with this one a little bit more, because I find myself like wanting it, but it is lighter. It's not as strong as Delina. But go ahead and check out my first impressions, because honestly, my review stands. This is, I would say, out of the line of Parfums de Mali. This is going to deviate from a lot of those perfumes. It's more fun. It's more girly, feminine, pink, like the bottle would imply. This one on my skin lasts about 6 hours. It lasts pretty decent. I do have to overspray it, so I'm not comfortable saying to people that this is a safe blind buy. I usually say who would like this and who wouldn't. If I say it, it's usually because the perfume is under $100. I don't feel comfortable saying that anything is a safe blind buy because everyone's nose is different. I do think this is going to be a likable scent and it's going to be for the masses. I think a lot of people will enjoy this scent, but I would never say this is a safe blind buy. It's not. That's $300 that you are dropping on a perfume. So how much do you think this is?
150.
It's $320.
Not worth it.
Delina's that much too. Do you think Delina's worth it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I will say shout out to Saks because that day they had a special going on that I missed. I had gotten like a welcome 10% off, but everyone else who was reviewing it somehow got 20%. And it was something that they were running that day. So I reached out to them and they did honor it. So I was able to get this one 20% off. I would say get your nose on it first, sample it. I do think it's a mass appealing scent, but I think a lot of people who are into perfumes and own a lot of niche would be disappointed by this scent. So again, check out my first impressions because I feel the same way as I did then that I do now about this perfume. And it is one that, like in my video, every time I wear it, I'm enjoying it more and more. It is one that I think you could wear year round, but I live in Florida, so this isn't one that I would personally wear in summer. So I think they released it at a perfect time. I think this is going to be a really beautiful scent for fall. Then next we have Montblanc Signature. And this is another one that was like love at first sniff. I'm really looking forward to visiting it, making sure that my mind doesn't change. But this is a pretty kind of luxurious spa-like orange scent. I've seen some people say like orange creamsicle. There is something orange about it and there is something creamy, but I didn't feel like it was those combined. There's just, again, like Tara had described this perfume perfectly, but it's like a luxurious milk bath. And maybe like I'm adding this like orange scented candles in the background, or like an orange scented bubble bath. There is something in here that smells orange, but I don't know if I get like an orange creamsicle. Very pretty. It's got a muskiness to it. It's clean. It's soapy, but without being overly soapy. This one is definitely year round, but there's something comforting about this scent that I think I'm gonna enjoy testing for fall. Okay, and then next we have Van Cleef and Arpels Santal Blanc. And this one reminds me of a softer, more wearable Zadig and Voltaire's This Is Her. Yeah, this is a soft, creamy, kind of sandalwood scent. It's not as spicy or as loud as Zadig and Voltaire's. And there's something kind of soapy about that one. And that one's a little bit more creamier. So I'm testing both of them out side by side because I don't know that I need both. Oh, this smells a little different on paper.
Creamy.
Do you think it's okay?
Yeah, I mean, middle of the road maybe.
Middle of the road, is that what you said? But yeah, this one's really pretty. It's again like a softer version. It's not as spicy. It's more of a soft, spicy, creamy kind of sandalwood scent. Now we're getting into our deeper scents. So those first few that I mentioned I think are really nice, especially here in fall that it's kind of warmer. I would say these, I'm gonna wait for the humidity to drop just a little bit more and maybe get more in the 70s and 60s for some of these scents. This one being one of them, but this one still being okay because the Van Cleef and Arpels line to me is a little more intimate and softer. So this one is Bois Doré. And I believe there is tobacco in here, but it's soft. It's not like an overly tobacco scent. This is more of a vanilla scent. Yeah, in my opinion. This is more about the vanilla.
I like that, but I'm getting a lot of vanilla there.
This is a vanilla scent. So you're not crazy about vanilla?
That's okay.
This is sweet. The tobacco in here is very soft. It's almost like a very soft, sweet tobacco. This is more soft, spicy, I would say. There's a nuttiness to this one. There's something else I'm picking up. I haven't had a chance to revisit this one. I did haul this one in summer. So this one has mineral notes, black pepper, vanilla, almond, tobacco, cedar, tonka bean, teak wood, and musk. Maybe it's the mineral note. There is something at the top that's, I don't want to say medicinal, but I don't want to say metallic either. But there is something medicinal but not strong at the top. So I'm going to assume that's the mineral note. But for me, this is more of a nutty, sweet, soft tobacco kind of spicy scent. It's more about the vanilla, and one that I'm looking forward to revisiting because honestly, I hauled it in the summertime and I haven't had a chance to play around with this one. So I'll definitely have to follow this one up. But this one's described as vanilla, sweet, woody, almond, amber, tobacco, powdery, nutty, fruity, and aromatic. Smelling it there, I wouldn't say it's really fruity, but again, I will have to play around with it a little bit more. I did get a travel of Nova. I got this one along with Goddess discounted, and the only reason why I picked this one up is because a lot of people told me that I should try it out in cooler weather. And then I had tested it out another time, like a sample, and I liked it when I retested it out. But I went ahead and picked up the travel because I figured this would be perfect to test it out and see how I feel about it. I just felt like it vibed a lot like Dancing Roses. It's just that that one leaned a little more cherry and boozy, and this one was a little more linear to my nose and just raspberry sweet. But then again, I got a little sample of it and I was really liking it on the paper. So I'm like, well, let me just pick up a travel since I got it discounted. So I am looking forward to revisiting this one and seeing how it plays in cooler weather. This is definitely not a scent that I like in warmer weather. It got really annoying to me. So I'm happy I got the travel. I am going to be playing around with it more once the weather drops. So that's why it's included in these other scents, because I found this one to be very annoying in warmer weather. So I am really looking forward to testing out and then comparing these two in a later video now that it's getting cooler. But we have here Dossier's Woody Chestnut, which is inspired by Maison Margiela's Replica by the Fireplace. So this has notes of pink pepper, orange blossom, cloves, chestnut, guaiac wood, cade wood, vanilla, Peru balsam, and cedar wood. And both of these are just sweet, smoky kind of scents. A scent profile that I just recently started getting into. Ooh, this one on paper, the blast of like smokiness that I got almost came off a little chocolatey to me. It went away, but when I first sprayed it, I could tell you that testing these out initially, this one was a little sweeter and this one was a little smokier in the opening, and then they dried down to be very similar. But this falls along the lines of kind of your sweet, smoky, little spicy. There's clove, there's pink pepper. So I'm looking forward to revisiting these and following them up and comparing them even more. Also, I'm looking forward to testing out Jazz Club. I did have Dennis smell this one, and surprisingly, he didn't dislike it.
It smells like classic. Like it's been around for a long time, maybe.
But there's just something so sexy about this one. Yeah, I really, really like this one. I can't wait to play around with it more when it gets a little cooler, because this is smoky, but it's not smoky like that. This, I would say, leans more like your tobacco smoky, and that one's a little bit more like you're by a bonfire kind of smoky. Yeah, and this does kind of evoke like you're in an old speakeasy and they're playing jazz music. These do, you know, have that kind of scent memory. So the description here is heady cocktails and cigars. Yeah, and again, that is Replica by Maison Margiela, and this is Jazz Club. Next, we have Perfect Intense by Marc Jacobs. I had Dennis smell this one too. He didn't like it.
No.
So this has a very strong note of almond. Do you get like a nuttiness? from it.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I don't like.
He didn't like this one. There is a very strong almond opening to this one, but recently someone said that they think there's a note of sesame in here, which makes sense. This one I pick more of a sesame note than I do in L'Interdit Intense. Some people say it smells rancid. I would say that this smells more like that sesame oil, but it goes away very quickly. Now, usually if I don't like the opening of a scent, I don't even bother, but it's the dry down of this one. This is a more nuttier, almond, intense version of the original. I do prefer the original to this one, but this is a very beautiful fall version of it. I still get the DNA, I still get kind of tartness that I do from the original. But again, this one's more nutty. It's just the opening, and it goes away like in the first 5 or 10 minutes. But yeah, when you spray it, it's pretty strong, and Dennis didn't like the opening to this one at all. I can't remember if he cared for the dry down.
No. I feel like I said yes to it, but no.
No, you actually said no to this one.
No.
I think it's the almond. But I am looking forward to playing with this one because I really do enjoy the dry down. But I do understand that off-putting opening that a lot of people talk about. I think if your nose picks up on that opening, you might not like this one. Okay, and then last, I'm really looking forward to this one. And that is Pure Excess by Paco Rabanne. I had Dennis sniff this one and he said it was really strong. Yeah, this one is strong.
Strong, but still has a fruity-ish in the background somewhere. I feel like I might be changing that. Initially it was strong, but it's got a lot of fruity in the background.
It's a strong perfume. It's very sweet. There's a note of popcorn in here. Do you get that?
No popcorn.
This is one I am going to reserve for cooler weather, but I really like this scent. It's one that kind of surprised me. I saw a lot of people compare it to Olympia. I don't know if it was Intense. I believe it was that one. And I tried that one and I didn't care for it. And I feel like this is what I wanted that to smell like. This doesn't smell like Olympia per se, but this is what I thought the Intense was gonna smell like. It's fruity, it's deep, it's warm, spicy, rich. There is a popcorn note, but it's not like your buttery popcorn to me. It's more of your savory, sweet kind of popcorn. There is something kind of fresh about this scent. Let me look up the notes. So this has popcorn, vanilla, coconut, ylang ylang, peach, orange blossom, ambrette, white musk, amberwood, and sandalwood. So yeah, all those things I said. Fruity from the peach. There's something clean from the white musk. You definitely get the orange blossom in this one. And again, the popcorn note isn't overly popcorn. I get it more on my skin than I do on paper. On my skin, it was there, but again, it was more of a savory, sweet kind of popcorn. And it didn't hang around like for a long time. And I guess that's why it kind of has that Olympia comparison, is that the popcorn kind of adds this kind of salty quality to it. So again, that's why I wouldn't say it's necessarily like eating straight up popcorn. It's more of a savory, sweet kind of scent, kind of like a salty sweetness to it. I don't really get like overly coconut. There is something kind of warm about this one. There's ylang ylang, which again I think adds to that Olympia DNA. But yeah, I wouldn't say that this smells like Olympia. It's what I wanted Olympia Intense to smell like. When I had tested out Intense, I almost envisioned or smelled something like this in my mind, but I didn't like that one. So I'm really happy with this one. I'm not crazy about the bottle, but I am looking forward to playing around with this one a little bit more. Those are the perfumes that I am really looking forward to testing out now that we are heading into fall and cooler months. But let me know in the comments below, do you guys own any of these perfumes? What are your thoughts on them? Or let me know, what are the perfumes you are most looking forward to wearing in fall? But that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.